Welcome back, folks, to another exciting edition of Let's Play the Banner Saga. As always, I am your host, J Square John Jeremy, and last we left off, we entered into this small, well, not so small, Varl territory, in the hopes that perhaps they would give us shelter from the oncoming dredge. Now, they seem to know something a bit about Ivor that we don't know, and I'm interested in finding out what that actually is. But our characters here, Rook in particular, have been going through a bit of an issue. They've made some really poor choices, and by they, I mean me, as you guys can see by the 0 supplies available to us. And they haven't won a battle recently, so very little renown to show for it. Things aren't looking too good for our compatriots here. Let's go ahead and speak to this Varl leader and see what he can tell us. Kuruma, can you spare a moment?
Mostly no, but I'll try.
I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality.
Consider it done, then.
How did you get all these Varl to follow you?
Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other Varl to fight. Got tired of that. Made a place in Vermto. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing, though, don't it?
Cool. Okay. Don't want to mess with this guy, especially with the fact that he keeps gripping his hammer like that. So who is Yingvar?
Ha! I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago. I mean, the dredge-bashing type. He was called Yingvar back then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle in gossip.
Speaking of too old, I bet you have some incredible stories.
I might. I might. Or I could be the most boring Varl you'd ever met. Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled the dead yaks with whale teeth. And why.
Well, you are considered a expert on fighting dredge. I, myself, suck at it. So, any wisdom on fighting the dredge?
Depends how much you know. They're all armor. Tap 'em hard enough, though, and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag, and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get in a big burrow, half your time is spent setting them up for it. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up.
So he's got some good tips there. Those are actually some good gameplay tips. He recommends that when we attack dredge, we attack them when they're next to each other, so that way when one dies, there's ensuing damage to the rest of them. It's a good idea. He also says, as we are well aware of now at this point, that we should take out the guy with the sword before he calls in more guys. I like how he calls it a tuning fork, though. I best leave you to your business.
I suppose you should. Take care, friend of Yingvar.
I really want to know this whole name change thing. Okay, now, once again, I have no supplies. I have no renown. I can't do a damn thing about that. I'm sorry. As far as our heroes are concerned, though, everyone's all good here, which is fantastic. I'm thinking of switching out Hogan for Alette. That way I can have archers again. Oh, actually, I can have Krumer here. Done. Krumer, you take his spot. Sorry, Hogan. You were only level 1 anyway. And, anybody level 3? No. Ivor, you've already got something, right? Yes, you do. Although, what's this one do? -2 to drawing aggro. Do I want... Huh. And what does this do? +2 armor break. Huh. Okay, and you go here. Sweet. Plans. So there's no need to rest, and I guess we can just go. Let's take a look at the map here. It's been a while since we took a look at the map. Alright, so here we are in Vermto. In the foothills of the Vermscale Mountains, the Varl created a small town beneath tall pines, overlooking the Nordfelling wastes. Few come here, aside from those looking for seclusion. Okay, and remember, Grofheim was the place that was burned, the last home of the Varl and seat of their power, founded by Arnfinnir, the second Varl king. Though the Varl have moved around a lot, most consider Grofheim their capital. The deeds of Varl are honored here, and all warriors of worth are buried at the foot of the two spears, where they are said to become part of the Varl's March itself. I think we read through that once before, but important to note how important that city was, and they were utterly decimated by the dredge. Here's the two spears. An unusual gap in the Varl's March Mountains looked like two great spears at a gate. For decades, it became a bloody corridor between the Varl forces and the dredge to the north, until the second Varl king, Arnfinnir, endeavored to build a sprawling fortress here, which would eventually become Grofheim, the Varl capital. We're actually not too far from where Grofheim is, and I'm assuming that eventually our two main characters will meet up here in the center. Here we have Kingsborough. Not within stone crypts, but in the fields before Grofheim, are laid to rest the greatest warriors and kings of the Varl, where all who come and go from the great city may see them. All Varl consider it an honor and a duty to one day be buried in the graves of Kingsborough, where their bones become the stone of the Varl's March. Speaking of the Varl's March, the Varl's March, Cradle of Grofheim, is named for the belief that each Varl of worth buried in Kingsborough becomes the bones of the mountains, eventually forming a new peak along the range. The size of each peak, it was said, would vary depending on the worth of the Varl. Okay. Nice little tidbits of lore there. There's nothing else here for us to do, so I guess we'll go ahead and depart. Hooray. And we're leaving. Okay, so we are going to Grofheim.
Grofheim's quite a few days out,
says Krumer.
but nothing's worse than crossing the wastes, I imagine. If there's anywhere you might be safe from dredge, it's there.
You still yourself for another long march, and half the town of Vermto joined you. That's not a good thing. Say that much for sure. Hey, supplies! Oh, damn. Well, those supplies aren't going to last very long. Hopefully I can find supplies on the road. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tastes funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. At this point, with so little food that we have left, I don't want to just say gather as much as you can, because that just is asking for trouble. But I will sacrifice Rook's health if it means that I can ensure that it's edible. Several watch as you taste the fruit. You pause after swallowing and feign choking. Alette rushes to your side in a panic, but your laughter soothes everyone's concern. Soon, everyone is a little tipsy from the fermented fruit, and spirits are high. Does that mean you're gonna give me some? Yeah, supplies! I like supplies. I like supplies. Oh, and now we're at poor morale. Yay, poor morale. At least we have food, guys. Come on. It can't be much worse. An old man sits astride an overgrown portion of the trail. You lost, you ask? He adjusts the leather strap on his head and says, No. Are you? He jumps up and shuffles toward the caravan, his tattered clothes revealing no weapons. Well, I've seen better, the old man says, peering into the supply wagons, but I'll join you. He stands next to a fighter, throws his beard over his shoulder, and puffs up his chest. The fighter grins, and the stranger exhales, asking, What are we waiting for? Lead the way! Hold on. Hold the phone. Who are you? And what are you doing out here? I can't afford to take on new mouths to feed with so little food that we have. Call me Una, or anything else you like, the old man says. A man goes where he pleases, doesn't he? His stern look is more comical than intimidating, but you stop looking for answers. Okay, so he's a fighter. I hope he's a good fighter. I will allow him to join based on the fact that I don't have as many fighters. So, yes. Keep pace, the old man puffs through his mustache. No fleetier than old Unar. And husbands, mind their wives. I'm cursed with the golden tongue, not silver. The caravan enjoys a good laugh as they start moving once again. Yay, morale boost. Yay, morale boost. That actually worked. Hell yeah. Now there goes the morale again. Seriously though, don't mess with any of the women here. We're kind of tired as it is. They really can't afford it. I'm just glad that we're not fighting like in big wars and big battles. Alright, we've come across another godstone here, it looks like. I wish I could get some food from this godstone. I'll pray to whoever god you want for some food. Food is good. The godstone of Merrick looms into view. Upon it carved a great ocean beast. Jagged stones jut out of the snow like shark fins. It's hard to imagine the Nordfelling wastes being filled with water at one time, but the godstone stands as a reminder of the vast lake it used to look across. A blessing! Shouts one of the men in your caravan, holding up what looks like a silver coin. It's a fish scale, he says, pointing out the rainbow pattern that shows in the sunlight. Soon, a curious child has found another hiding in the snow, and then a third is discovered. Perhaps they'll bring us luck, you overhear. And before long, the caravan has become obsessed with gathering the shiny scales. Okay, so there's two main courses of action you can take here. One, say no and move on, or two, let them go ahead and do what they want to do. Now, morale is poor, so I'm kind of inclined to let them do what they want to do if it gets their minds off of the perilous journey that we're about to go on, or that we have been going on. So I will let them take their time. The risk to this is that it may spend up the rest of the supplies that we have. By the end of the second day, the scavenger hunt still continues unabated. and even you are starting to feel something in the back of your mind, like you need to have one of the scales. You shake it off, uncertain whether to let this continue. Nope! Now we're done. The game's giving me a warning. I'm going to take that warning, and I'm going to say goodbye. You start to wonder if something unnatural has a hold on their minds when the call to leave is met with open aggression. Ivor helps you get them moving again, and you wonder how long they would have kept searching if you let them. Huh. I don't know why they wanted those fish scales, and I'm glad I did not find out. And it did waste my food, and there was no boost to the morale like I hoped for, so failure on my part. Oldleaf calls you over, grinning. A row of women holding bows of differing age and experience line up before a row of trees in the distance. They fire, doing an impressive job of hitting the trunks. I think they're ready to fill some dredge with feathers. One woman still hasn't shot her arrow. She stands perfectly still. The others watch. Just as the winds shift, she lets go, but her arrow flies not into one of the trees, but a snow rabbit that had scurried out from underneath. "Dinner," she says, smiling. A group of men from the caravan approach.
"Listen here," says one. "Practice all you want. My wife isn't fighting dredge."
The other men agree in chorus.
"We don't want to see a battlefield full of dead wives and daughters."
No, we really do need to have them train, guys. Because we are losing in this fight. And as much as you guys want to be big, bold men and say, I could take care of anything, guess what? We only have 36 fighters and 62 Varl. The rest are just mouths to feed. That's not gonna go well for us. We need more fighters. So not only will I stand by the women becoming fighters, I will encourage Oldleaf to train even more archers. And if you guys disagree with me, then I will kill you. And it's less mouths to feed over the non-existent food that we have. And then I don't have to worry about this nonsense anymore. To be honest, says Oldleaf, this was already harder than I expected. I don't know how many more would really take to it. But the more people who can hold their own, the better. As I agree. The men continue to complain. The women return to camp, not just as clansmen, but as fighters. You're damn right we do. Look at that, plus 21 fighters now, because of my choice. And then there go like 8 of them. The sounds of a skirmish alert you to a Varl surrounded by half a dozen armed fighters. One man spots you and shouts, "Leave us to our business! This Varl killed my father without reason." The Varl is about to respond when a man attacks. The giant swats the blade aside and silently watches for the next assault. Really, guys? This is what you're doing? Okay, let's put this into perspective here, guys. We've run away from our home that had dredged there. We've run away from our first shelter because the people had gone crazy. We've now left our second place of shelter because they couldn't sustain us. Now is not the time to be fighting each other. It's the time to get to a place of safety. Now, unfortunately, your place of safety you think is Grofheim, and Grofheim's burned to the ground. So, things aren't going to go well for us no matter what. But, no infighting, please. The Varl shrugs, as if unconcerned, saying, "This one's father and I had a business deal. He lied. Now he's dead."
"Lies!" shouts the man. "You murdered him over a lie, you coward!"
The men wildly attack the Varl, who deflects them well enough. but you're uncertain of how long he can keep it up. I can't afford to lose the Varl. And I can't afford to lose the fighters either. But if I had to choose between the Varl and the fighters, right now, the Varl is probably more important just because he can kill more dredge. Defend the Varl. Ivor, you say. We could use any Varl with a good sword arm, couldn't we? He nods, readying his weapon. The men immediately back off, the prospect of fighting your entire army suddenly unappealing. They watch from a distance, shouting obscenities and something about injustice. The Varl turns towards you.
Didn't need the help. But if I'm going to travel, it may as well be in the company of other Varl.
He falls in line with the others, and you return to travel. Alright, gained 1 Varl and 5 renown. -9 clansmen, -2 fighters. Oh, that's from the food loss. Yeah, that would be a bit of a thing, wouldn't it? But hey, guys, I got renown! You hear a whistle on the wind, and spot a long line of Varl far up ahead, heading toward you. Behind them is a swarm of dredge, and a trail of bodies leading off into the distance.
Get down there!
Barks Krumer. I wonder if, yeah. This is their meetup. Don't let them spread out, shouts the lead Varl as you approach the battleground. Soon, you almost regret finding yourself fighting alongside them, facing off against a daunting number of dredge. At least 103 of them. You have 56 fighters and 63 Varl. The two forces are about evenly matched. There is no guarantee of victory here. Okay, so because there's no guarantee of victory here, I want to charge. I don't know what the rest of these do. So let's go ahead and click formations. You start comparing weaknesses and strengths, taking into account terrain, morale, and the look of your enemy. If you're careful, you should be able to keep your forces balanced. But I have poor morale. But I'll give the order. You start rallying your forces and gather your allies to you, preparing to enter the fray. Here we go. We can put in fast ult if we want. It looks like. But I forget what fast ult was. I know he's a shield type. But I think I'm gonna try out this group here and see what happens. I just heard a bunch of shouts and complaints. Alright, please don't kill me immediately. Please, please, please. Alright, what do we got? Stone Guard Defender, the Slinger, Scourge, Slingers, Sunslinger, Spark Slinger, and Spark Slinger. Okay, interesting. Now, who's the big tough guy of the group? That would be you. So I'm going to move you here, move you here. What are you, Krumer? I don't know. Well, hold on. You can break this guy's shield, probably. Well, no, I want you over here with this guy with... Okay. Never mind. Egil. Yeah, you can go here. You can go here. Then we've got... No, okay. I need to get you guys up in the front here. Well, not in the front, but... Okay. Now I'm ready. For failure. I want you to come to Ivor right now. Yes, good. That's what I needed. Now we've got Eagle. Eagle, I'm gonna make you go over here and take this guy. 2 shield damage. He ran away, the bastard. Well, now he's got Ivor here. Ivor's gonna be like, hey guy, what's up? Now he's dead. Good job, buddy. Oh, here comes the slinger. Ow. Alright. Well, now the slinger's gonna get a taste of his own medicine here. Oat leaf. Wow. 4 shield damage from oat leaf. Nice. And he runs away. Okay, can you do anything? Not from there. So let's have you join up here with this guy. Attack him for 4 shield damage. Good. Okay, so now we've got... I'm gonna move him over here. Wait, hold on. Here? Yes. Your thing is Forge Ahead. Forge Ahead. Select one adjacent ally to move next in initiative. Interesting. 3 shield damage for you. Nice. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Damn it! Okay. Eagle, running up again. He's like, hey, I'm gonna do the same thing like I did before. Except I don't have any willpower, but now I do. Okay, here's big guy. I don't like big guy. Ouch. Here. They're like, hey, what's up, guy? Whack. Ow. Jeez. Oh, now he's dead. Cool. We're alright. Not as alright now, though. Poor Ivor. Okay. I'm gonna move Rook over here, and now he's got a shot at 2 people if he wants. 6 damage to him. Good. Now he can't really do anything. Well, that did something at least. I'm gonna take him out right now. I don't want to focus on this guy. Ivor's coming up next, and he should be able to take care of him, so I'll do this guy right here. 6 damage. Good. Take him on? You gonna take him? You hit the wrong guy. Dagnabbit, thought he was gonna die. And he's got no... Alright. Stop hitting Trigby! Poor Trigby. Keeps getting blasted. What was that? What was that? What? I'm so mad right now at that. I think that was a misclick? I think. But still. It's not even funny. Really? You attack Rook? Alright, we've got a bunch of people we can hurt now. Let's finish off this person here. Good to go. Ooh. Okay. Rook got a little top and have him break this guy's shield down for, whatever this guy's name is, the Varl's name is, I forgot. Boom! There we go. That's more like it. You can do even more shield damage to him. Ooh, old leaf. Wow. Alright, you. Don't mess this up again. Leaf has like 1 heart left. 1 heart? Really? Is that the kind of game we're playing right now? Interesting. Didn't realize that, John. Alright, there we go. What are we going to do now? We are going to... There's nothing you can do, really. We're going to break this guy's shield. Break this guy's shield. Run away. Oh, there goes Old Leaf. Break all the shields. That way our big guys won't have to worry about the attacking. See? Like that. Now you... move you up here first. And now... be like, hey, whack. Now try and do something, huh? Nope, you're running away. You are not bringing anybody else into this damn battlefield, I'd say that much for damn sure. Ivor's gonna make sure of that. Ivor. Smash. Thank you. And there goes Rook. Well, we knew that was gonna happen. My 2 archers are down, but we're okay. I'm definitely not fighting anybody else, though. Come here, buddy. You wanna throw stones at me, huh? Throw some stones? I can throw some stones. It's a big stone, and it's well sharpened too. Yeah, I'm just saying. Try again. Come on. Yeah. Come on, Trigby. You got this guy. Deflected. Aw, wouldn't you happen to know it? Trigby's gonna come here and he's gonna be like, hey, you like spears, right? I like spears too. Take a look at my spear. Deflected. And here comes in the big guy Krumer for the kill. Good night. You take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. We are not going to engage in further combat. We're going to pull back before they regroup. The dredge give you a wide berth and scatter into the distance. Fantastic.
Isn't this a damn curiosity? This is the 2nd time I've been sent to find a Varl who is heading in my direction with humans in tow. What are Dredge doing up here? Gods, does nobody know what's going on around here? They've leveled Grofheim to the ground. We've been losing ground for days. Durunda's an Iron Toft now. They sent me to gather Kruma and the rest from Wormtow when we ran across this bunch of slug. And there's a lot more where they came from. Is this all the vol you got, Kruma? What have you been doing? Eating each other? Many went to Blocksbacher. Are you telling me Grofheim's completely gone? And Vognia's dead. Slug on our heels. The Val you sent off north are probably dead. The world's ending. Come on. This is old news. We're gathering in Irontoft. That's where we need to go. Right now.
Wait. Faso takes a long moment to look out over the caravan of men, women, and children behind you.
Not them.
What do you mean, not them?
Unless you're a king or a mender, humans don't step foot in Irontoft. Now, this isn't the time for this discussion. Damn it, Fulsalt! Who cares about that? What in the depths happened at Grofheim?
Before Fasolt can reply, a low rumble grabs your attention, growing louder by the moment. No more fights, please. Even though it's beyond sight, all eyes turn in Grofheim's direction as the rumbling becomes deafening, transforming quickly into cracking and splintering. It's coming closer.
Go!
Shouts Fasolt, taking off towards Irontoft.
Don't stop until you reach Hardborg.
The mountains. No, what the hell is that? What is that? That's a big snake, or a dragon, or some other such thing. What the hell is going on? We done pissed somebody off now. Looks like there's a godstone ahead. We gonna pray at the godstone, guys? Nope. Oh, yes, we are. Bunch of Varl here, too. I like how we still have no food. After 3 terrifying days of tremors, you reach the godstone of Hardborg, which is teeming with Varl who want to know what is happening. Others busily mend makeshift defenses set up around the godstone of Hardborg, creator of the Varl.
Hold up.
Pants Fasolt between long gasps of air. We're going to have a talk. Oh? I'm so mad at this guy right now. This is... Nobody seems to get it. Nobody seems to understand. I get it. I get it right away. And because I get it, I'm making Rook get it right away. If we don't do everything we can together, we will die. It's very simple. Plain as day. Best chances of survival in an apocalypse is working together, not separate. Okay? So, yeah. That's a thing. Find out what happens next time on the Let's Play The Banner Saga. Until then, this is J Square John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care.